Milk River, Montana. This is one of my favorite places to go every year. I mean, it's famous to Realtree, probably one of the most famous places in the hunting industry. A lot of personalities over the years. Michael Waddell, David, Dad, a lot of the Realtree team. And then my first year out there, I saw Jim Kelly take one of the biggest deer to ever come off this place. So that was a pretty good introduction to my first year going to the Milk River. And I'm just thankful being able to go out there every year and enjoy and being able to hunt this place and take it all in. It's truly one of the highlights that I'm able to do every fall.
Just can't believe we're finally getting out here. I look forward to coming out here so much. I didn't draw last year. Dad and David came out here. Both took really nice bucks, and it has a special place in my heart, really, because I feel like it kind of helped birth Realtree in a way. We'll see. Just can't wait to get out there. We probably won't even unload. We'll probably just grab some of our gear, get our backpack, binos, spot and scopes, and just head to the top of the hill real quick and see if we can't spot some of these bucks. Well, this doesn't get old coming out here. Brian just said it a second ago, but if we didn't have so much history out here and kind of know what to do coming into it, it would be overwhelming coming up here for the first time, because it's deer everywhere. You see a lot of deer you can shoot, so it's like, what do you do?
Going into this year, we have our eyes set on one deer in particular that we have called Hightower. Dad had a chance at this deer the year before, couldn't quite get a shot, but he grew a ton this year, put on a bunch of mass, a bunch of time length, but he's in an area that's not really accessible to get a tree stand in. So we got to come up with a strategy on what do we do to get closer to this buck. All right, well, we got us a different plan for this afternoon. We were hoping we were going to go set up right over here, because that's where the deer's been crossing, is that ditch over there, going into that cover crop. We were trying to find a good spot to put this ground blind, but we decided to come over here. This is where we got a bunch of footage of this deer making a scrape yesterday. He was on this licking branch for probably 30 minutes. So this should be a really good spot, I'm hoping, this evening. We're gonna be right in the middle of them. Several deer out in front of us. About an hour left. Still no sign of Hightower. This is definitely the latest he has not showed up since we've been here, so I'm hoping he's gonna move. They're definitely deer moving. It's warmer than it has been the last few days, but usually it doesn't really affect these deer that much up here. Hopefully we can close the deal in the next day or two. We've hunted the ground blind a few times, but where this deer is living, he's just basically in an area that's inaccessible. So instead of sitting in the ground blind again for the final night, we decided to switch it up, go to a different area, try something completely different, and I'm glad we did. Jim actually came down here this morning to this field, and it's a really pretty spot. Saw two really nice deer we'd probably shoot this morning. So we decided to switch things up a little bit. Go down here for the last day, since these deer are going to be close, and if it doesn't work out this afternoon, come back in here during rifle season. We'll hopefully have Hightower. Kind of like Dad's deer last year, never know what might show up late season. Could be some new deer rolling through here the next couple weeks. This is awesome. I freaking love this. Be able to see a long ways further than what I thought too.
Gotta be so pretty to catch him coming right there where he is. Have him jump. I guess that's a fence right there, isn't it? Yeah. Sick. Hope he does that. That was great. Man, it'd be tough to resist on a deer doing that. You're back in your happy place, aren't you? That's the 10. Good 8. That's the shooter.
Yeah, that's the heavy one.
That is for sure him. That was freaking awesome. Pretty good for just coming in here. That's awesome. I wish that 8 had done that. That would have been great. He decided to pass that 10. I think he needs another year. He's a really pretty deer, though. Next year, he's going to be a giant.
He's got some serious potential.
He does.
Really good potential.
There were 2 8-pointers, definitely the one on the way back that I'd shoot for him.
I barely caught the back end. I got him like right when he was crossing the opening. I got on him, but there's not a whole lot of places you can pass up here.
Yeah, I know we got another chance to come back out here, more mature deer to hunt, and you'd love to see that deer get one more year and see what he turns out to be next year. A giant. He's gonna be a giant.
That was beautiful.
Tall
That
tines.
was awesome.
It's a good way to kind of wrap up this week. We've had a really good time here in Montana, as always, at the Milk River. Wish things would have worked out a little bit differently, but the good news is we can come back for rifle season, which I think we plan on it right now. Got a couple good deer we're after. Who knows what else might show up, like Dad's deer last year that he shot. He showed up 2 days before he got here last year. But appreciate everybody tuning in this week. What a blast.
Right.
Feels like we never left it, but it looks a lot different than it did last time. Snow everywhere. It's going to be probably one of the coldest hunts in my life.
3 degrees in the morning. We're gonna go see if we can't get a glimpse of Hightower. For now, that's kind of the deer we're going after. So we'll see. We gotta head up there right now. He said he's up there every day about 5 o'clock looking, so it's 4:40 right now. We'll get changed really quick and head up there, see if we can find him.
See if we can close the chapter in Montana.
Finally, couldn't do it with a bow, so we with a rifle. We're back. This is awesome. I've never shot a deer in the snow. I'm hoping this is gonna be my first time. It's crazy the difference 2 weeks makes. It's just covered in snow out here. It's beautiful though. We got a few new deer that we haven't seen before. Hightower has yet to stand up if he's bedded out there in the cover crop. But we got some options, I think. We'll just have to make a game plan what we want to do in the morning. If we want to go get in the redneck, I think we're going to be in the middle of a couple shooter bucks potentially. But this is cool. Hopefully this will be a good hunt tomorrow. I'm excited. Well, this coffee is going to be super important this morning because it's going to be cold. This is going to be the coldest weather I've hunted in, but we're going to go to the redneck this morning just because Hightower has been there whenever Jim is glassed. He's seen him there most of the time. So we're going to go sit in there for a couple hours, see if we can see him. If not, get a good beat on him, maybe for later this afternoon. But if he does what he did yesterday when Jim watched him, could be game over. We know he loves his cover crop. This is where he was bedding before when we were bow hunting here a couple weeks ago. And Jim has seen him several times out in here go to bed in the morning. So I hope at some point we'll see him this morning or maybe this afternoon. This is a good spot. These deer love crossing in here. He beds right out here in front of us most days. Hope he does it again. Opening day of rifle season at the Milk River. We just saw Hightower. He bedded down about 400 yards away. It's 9:16. So we've yet to see really any deer right here, so we don't think there are any deer between us and him. Brian and I are just going to probably get in that irrigation ditch and just head north, try to fill it out, see if there are any deer, just, take our time, go slow. And if he stands up, maybe we can, try to get these shooting sticks up and get a shot off at him. But we think we saw him. I think he's right there somewhere bedded down. I just drew this line on the Onyx. Here we are in the redneck. It's about 432 yards. So if we can get to this point right here in the ditch, I think we should have about a 200-yard shot, maybe a little bit more. As long as he doesn't stand up, just hope he doesn't see us. But that ditch is low enough where I think we're going to be in a good spot. We've cut the distance by about 250 yards. These deer are right on the other side of this ditch in the cover crop. You got them? I do. And there were a bunch of other deer? Yep. I'm just hoping they don't go on the other side of that tree line. I don't think they will, but they will either. I think we can, definitely get closer. I think you just get right in line with him, almost. Yeah. This sounds miserable, but I think we can go another 100 yards probably. I think we can go probably more than that. It's close enough where you get a comfortable shot. These deer have not a clue in the world we're here.
running this way.
Are they?
Some of them are. Let's get you down.
Oh, here comes some of the deer. There he is. I got a good clear shot if you got him right there. Did we drop it? Did he drop? Oh my gosh, man. Holy cow. That Cody did it.
I think you smoked it.
You think so?
I think you did.
I never saw him come out on the other side of them willows. You think we got him?
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Snow buck.
Dude,
We got some history.
that
with
was a
deer.
stalk.
That was.
We did. We got a couple years of history with that deer. I cannot wait to get hands on him. He was rubbing that tree. He was the boss of this field. Not today though. Holy cow.
He's way bigger than I thought.
Oh,
Holy cow.
this is unreal. Gosh dang. Not even just saying it. This is one of my favorite deer and at one of my favorite places. This is awesome. This is come out here and did it on the first day. Brian and I both were in the blind and contemplating when we think we saw him bed down. I just can't believe it.
When you hit him through the shoulder.
This is awesome.
The early season was big, but I had the whole season, but it all depended on when the snow came. Or you were hunting at 11,000 feet if the snow didn't come.
Pretty cool. We got the sheds of this deer from last year, and just kind of crazy how much mass. I mean, this deer had to put on 30 inches. I mean, just crazy how much bigger he got in just a year's time. I mean, and then you got this right side too. I mean, he was a good deer last year, but nothing what he is this year. Goodness gracious. Dad had him at 5 yards last year when he was like this, and I'm glad he didn't shoot him. He put on some inches. What an awesome trip this was. I mean, we really put our work in to try to get this deer, and we tried multiple ways and times with a bow, just didn't work out. That's my preferable way to go up there and hunt them is with a bow, because it's so much fun, but it's rewarding, to take a deer like this at one of my favorite places, a place that has meant so much to my family, but just the whole Realtree team over the years. This is a buck I'm going to cherish forever and a hunt that I will never forget. It's kind of a bittersweet deal. I mean, just feels like it always flies by whenever we come here and do this, but thank you for everything. We've had as always, I feel like I've told you a billion times already, we just are so thankful and appreciative and love coming out here. I haven't been able to do this as long as Dad and David, but this is my favorite trip to come to, being with y'all. So
Glad to have you. It's been fun.
the hunting's
We'll do it
good,
again.
but the people like Jim and his family is what kind of just makes this place so special for us. We're all just friends and just love coming out here and spending time with them.